Discovery video 182. We're at Hollywood Park. Check out the conditions in this race. We got a maiden special weight on the turf. That's a double preferred condition. Let's take a look at that listing there. I'm on the free area, the Horse Racing Digest page. Top right hand corner is your Discovery video button. You click on that, and this is the page where you go and watch all the videos. And over here on the right side, big red arrow, is my listing of those value odds and overlay preferred races. There they are. Okay, and the race we're looking at is a turf race. That's 4 stars, and these are rated 1 to 5 stars, 5 being the strongest. But you got a turf race there, 4 stars, and you got a maiden special weight race. It is also one of those, so that's 3 stars. That's what you call a double preferred 7-star preferred race. Now on the, whatever it was, 11 race card at Hollywood Park, there was no other race that could match this race as far as being a 7-star race. And there was a few 5-star races, but this was, when I looked at the complete card, I knew that this race was the race of the day. Now, that didn't make me feel, like celebrating right away, because I've got a little bit of a chore in front of me here. Look at my situation. No, I couldn't have got an early Christmas gift with one value odds horse. Of course not. The game will never do that for us. The game doesn't give us any presents. We have to work for it. We got 3 value odds horses in here. But I'm going to show you how very, very simply and basically this is done. And I've covered this before in videos, but you may have not have seen one, but now you're going to know exactly what to do. But you got Hotradamus, the 10, the 5 Warren's closer, and number 4, Mr. Ornery, the first-time starter. Now, what is going to decide how I'm going to play this race with it being 7-star preferred and 3 value odds horses? What's the most important thing? And I ask this question in every video, and I do hope you know the answer. What's the most important thing in any race that you are considering playing? What is it? If I can find it, I will show it to you. There it is. The odds near post time is the most important thing in any race I am interested in partaking in. Now, you should have already known that if you've watched previous videos. Now, what are you going to do in a situation like this? You got Hotradamus, 20 to 1. Warren's closer, the other value odds horse, is 40 to 1. Mr. Ornery is 40 to 1. And then the last horse in Group A is 3 to 1. Okay, obviously the top 3 are generous overlays. But what are you going to do? I'm going to give you a second to think about it. Now remember what I've mentioned in previous videos over and over again. Using common sense will get you a long way in this game. Using if you think in basic terms, think in simple terms, okay, it will take you a long way. Now, there's actually several ways you could play this race. A, you can get totally confused and not play it at all. I don't recommend that because this is the race of the day. B, you could play all 3 horses to win. I wouldn't fault you for that if you did that. If you just said, okay, I'll play all 3 horses. And I don't really like even playing 2 horses. I mean, you've heard me say that. I like to play 1 horse. I'll play 2 horses if I have to, and if the odds are there. But 3 horses, I really don't like doing that. But I mean, you could have done it. 3 horses, those 3 horses to win, and then wheel them in the exacta and be done with it. But you know as well as I do, hopefully by now, when you have a lopsided, when you have more than one value odds horse, and the odds are lopsided in favor of one of them, or two of them in this case, you always go, and this is another golden rule, you always go with the horse at the highest odds. Okay? Now in this case, Warren's Closer, the 5, and number 4, Mr. Ornery, with both 40 to 1. This is a situation where I'm going to have to play two horses. Now my betting strategy is a little different, but the basics are still there. Now if Hotradamus bothers you at 20 to 1, you can still key the 5 and the 4, the big 40 to 1 shots, and put a save or win bet on the 10. Me, I don't do that. I play to win. I'm not a hedge better, okay? I either play for all of it or nothing. But I mean, I wouldn't fault you if you hedged this bet, and I wouldn't fault you if you played three horses. But the correct way to play, in my opinion, is to take the two 40 to 1 shots, make those your key horses, and then make your play from there. Now, okay, so I've decided I'm going to play two horses, which I don't like to do, but I really have to do it. I have really no choice in this. You know, I can't differentiate these two from the other one, so I'm going to have to play these two horses. Okay, let's take a look back at the screen. Now, Warren's Closer and Mr. Ornery. The way this is played, well, let me first cover a topic here for you. I like to see what's going on with the horse. After I look at the near post time odds, I see Warren's Closer's got the value odds with pace icon and total pace. That's very strong, by the way. Best turn time rating. But you know, if you've watched our previous videos, how well we do with first time starters. I am pretty much positive there's not another method in this world that is as successful as what we have for evaluating first-time starters. Some of the stuff you can see icons for, some of the stuff you can't. Like, for example, okay, let me pause the video here. Okay, by the way, the 10 and the 5, the other two value odds horses, they haven't raced in 288 days, and the other one hasn't raced in 309 days. And normally, I'm not too concerned about long layoffs, but in a situation where I'm evaluating against a first-time starter that fits our criteria, in a situation like this, it's pretty incredible. You see the blue and white trainer icon? Okay. When you see that on a first-time starter, as you can see, no starts there, that's angle 22. Now, the report that I'm looking at here, and this is the report I use, this is the Quick F Plus report, AR, Quick F Plus AR. And if I can get my screen from stop jump there, okay. Alright, Quick F Plus AR. Now, if I want to know what that blue and white trainer icon means, I need to click on the diamond report and read the comments. And here's the diamond report, and I've highlighted the appropriate comments. That blue and white trainer, successful trainer pattern icon, indicates what I have highlighted in yellow. This is the comment that goes with that icon. Trainer knows how to get them ready for possible big effort in career debut with a very special talent. So the trainer, Marty Jones, does very well getting his horses ready to run at first asking. I also highlighted another comment. First timer has been working out regularly leading up to debut today and might run well at first asking. But now, Marty Jones, awesome with first time starters. But the combination of these two icons on a first-time starter is proven winning overlay number 22. Let's look at that real quick. on the first book, which is here free online. Go ahead and click on these. Proven well over a decade, and all of these still work very well. But we're going to get down here to angle 22, the first time starter angle. Here's what I wrote. We have a certain criteria that works very well with first time starters. Look for first timers that have the value odds icon, and as a bonus, the successful trainer pattern icon, which will show a comment on the diamond report that reflects that the trainer does well with first time starters, does well with 2-year-olds, does well in maiden races, etc., etc., etc. Okay? You will see first time starters pick second or third. Okay? Okay, here. Check the workout points. Between 95 and 105 is pretty good. Now, in California, let's take a look at the workout points real quick here. In California, they work them out a lot more there. Okay, so you see Mr. Ornery, actually my range was up to 105. Look for workout points between 95 and 105. Okay, in my estimation, you know, on my rating scale, the workout points, first of all, they measure the pattern of workouts, not the speed or the time of the workouts. My perfect rating of a pattern of workouts is 100, except for in California, that it's like a 105 is the equivalent, because that's just how they do it out there. They work their horses out an awful lot compared to East Coast and Midwest, etc. So with our first time starter having a 105 workout point, to me, that's absolutely perfect for California. Not too many workouts, not too few, right on the nose. Okay? All right. Now remember, we are playing the 5 and the 4 because they're both 40 to 1. But I just wanted to show you what I do. You know, I like to take a look at what I'm betting at, take in the story. I like to know what I call the handicapping story of the race. Now, we know we're playing the 4 and the 5. Let's go to stage 2, which is the proven wagering strategies, which is a little bit different when we're betting 2 horses, okay? Now, here it goes. The first bet, you probably figured it out already. First and foremost, before we do anything else, we make the win bet. Now, you don't want to have a 40 to 1 horse that you're on, and somehow you're messing around with a trifecta ticket that doesn't cash, and your 40 to 1 horse wins, and you feel like a complete idiot and you want to bang your head against the wall. Listen, I've been there. We've all been there. As long as we establish in our proven strategies to put the win bet down first, that won't happen anymore. So that eliminates that pain, okay? Now, in the case here, I got 2 horses. I got to bet 2 horses to win. I mean, like I said, I don't like doing it, but I can't differentiate from 2 40 to 1 horses that are value odds horses in a 7-star preferred race. So I have to bet them both. The play is $14 to win on the 5 and $14 to win on the 4. You know, your bet could be more or less depending on your bankroll. You might want to go 7 and 7, you know, to make up a total of 14, but the bet actually is $14 to win on both, on each, for the video purposes. Now, the next bet, for those that have, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with just win bets. Many players just bet to win and do very well, okay? Whether they have a small bankroll or a big bankroll, it doesn't seem to matter. And so a lot of players started off with a small bankroll and built themselves up with win bets until they were able to get into the exotics. But the exotic wagers that I play here is the same as if we had 1 horse, only we got 2. So that I'm going to wheel the exacta. So it'll be a $2 exacta, 5-4 with all, okay? And I also wheel the doubles. So I will do a $2 double, 5, 4 with all double. Now at this point, if either one of my 40-to-1 shots wins, I'm guaranteed the $14 win bet, I'm guaranteed the exacta, and I'm guaranteed the double. That's why I play the all ticket in the doubles and exactas, because frequently we catch another big one underneath. Okay, now for those that have, now we don't play, I don't like to play the trifecta when we're betting two horses. It just becomes too complicated and too costly. But what I do like to do is I do like to delve into the pick threes, because it's very simple. Instead of the one horse, we're just keying, you know, we're not singling one, we're singling two. Okay? We're taking the 4 and the 5, and I've said, you know, how many times have I said, I love to kick off a pick 3 and kick off a pick 4 in the first race with my high odds single. Okay, and in this case, my high odds double. I'm going to take the 5 and the 4 to kick off the pick 3 and the pick 4. Who do you think I'm going to play in the other races of the pick 3 and the pick 4? Think basic, simple here. Taking the 5 and the 4 in the pick 3 and pick 4 in this race. In the other races of the pick 3 and pick 4, I'm simply going to play the Group A horses. And make sure if there are scratches that you adjust. Okay? All right. Mr. Ornery. Oh, one thing I forgot. One of the reasons why Mr. Ornery was picked up there in Group A, I forgot to mention this. Sees Tizzy, the great sire, Sees Tizzy, sire of Tiznow and Bud Royale and many, many others. He gets his share of turf runners, long distance, short distance. He was a very talented sire. And he is highly rated on my California list of sires, both for Santa Anita on the dirt and for Hollywood Park on the all-weather track and Del Mar. So there was some consideration for the sire Sees Tizzy in evaluating number 4, Mr. Ornery. However, you don't see an icon for that. I just wanted to let you know that that was evaluated. And then the crossbreed on the broodmare sire, Slew of Gold. I felt confident, it's in the fact that this was a turf race. And Sees Tizzies can do anything. They can win sprint races. They can win classic distance races. They run on the turf. They run on the dirt, all weather. And the old saying, they can run on broken bottles. So I really like the fact that Sees Tizzy, and this is probably one of the last crops of Sees Tizzy. How old is this horse? Yeah, if this horse is 3, that probably was the last crop, because I believe isn't Sees Tizzy been pensioned now? Okay. Yeah, got the job done. Mr. Steiner, how many jockeys in Southern California do you know that can bring in an $80 horse other than Joe Steiner? I mean, the guy may not win a lot of races, but my God, when he wins, lights up the tote board like a Christmas tree. 40-to-1 and 83.40 on the Win Mutual. We made the right decision because number 10, Hotradamus, at lower odds, finished it off the board, and so did our other 40-to-1 horse. So by keying both of them, all we needed was to get the one home, and we're getting paid big time on these mutuals, okay? And our exacta paid pretty good, considering the favorite and second favorite. I can't highlight this morning. The second favorite and the favorite did not finish in the exacta. So let's take a look at what we cashed on here. The $14 win bet returns a nice $583.80. A $2 exacta, once again a nice $510.20. A $2 double, decent. I must say. $613. We hit the two pick threes that we kicked off, simply playing my 240-1 shots together with the Group A horses. Those $1 pick threes paid $468.40 and $805.30. And using that same strategy on the 50-cent pick four, for 50 cents, returned $2,249.30, and total return $5,230. Now remember, if you don't have the bankroll to play into these big exotic wagers, just, work your way up. What isn't a $583.80 win bet, and maybe even, a $500 exact, wouldn't that tide you over for a while? I mean, if you don't have the bankroll, and I'm going to talk about bankroll now, which is stage 3. We've already talked stage 1, the handicapping. Stage 2 was the proven wagering strategies, and now I'm going to talk about an unpopular topic, stage 3, bankroll management. Okay? Now, here is the golden rule in bankroll management. Whatever your bankroll is money you have set aside for horse racing. Okay? It's not money that you need to make your car payment with on Monday, and you're going to take it to the track and double it in your idea, in your mind. Let me tell you, if you take your car payment to go to the track, you're going to lose it, because you're playing with scared money, and scared money never wins. So you set aside your bankroll for horse racing. That money is just for horse racing. Okay, that is your horse racing bankroll. Now, of that amount, however much it is, you want to play a maximum 1% to 2% on any given race that you partake in. Okay, and hopefully you're not betting every race, because there aren't good opportunities like this race. But whatever race you partake in, you want a maximum of 1% or 2% of your bankroll. Now, if that means making $2 win bets for now, then do it. I've said it before. I know so many members over the years that started off with $2 win bets, and now they've worked their way up to the exotics. If that's what you have to do. And the reason that I say 1 to 2% maximum of your bankroll is that if you stick to that percentage, the odds on you tapping out of your bankroll are almost nil. It's almost mathematically impossible to tap out your bankroll if you stick to the 1% rule. Personally, my bankroll's grown so much that my normal bet is 1/8 of 1%. Okay, and that's just basic money management. In other forms of wagering, like casino wagering at Las Vegas and the sports betting, you know what the most important thing is in those two venues, in those two games, betting sports and betting casino, is money management. Okay? That is what makes you money. The trick is you have to be able to walk away after you win. And that's another little section of money management. If you've hit for $5,000 at Hollywood Park and your adrenaline is pumping and you are just feeling like the king of the world, and now you say, I'm going to play Mountaineer and every other track running tonight, don't do that. Once you hit, it's over. If you really, really want the entertainment, play $2 win bets the rest of the day. But don't give back the $5,000 you just won, because the odds of probability say you're not going to get another big hit that same day. But if you come back tomorrow, and there's always going to be a tomorrow, and there's always going to be another track, and there's always going to be more racing. The only day they don't race is on Christmas Day. But there's racing every other single day of the year. So there's always tomorrow. You quit while you hit a big one. I've mentioned my friend in Vegas. When he goes, he makes money every weekend in Vegas. When he hits, even if it's 10 o'clock in the morning, he's done for the day. Now, yeah, uh, it's tough if you go to Vegas on vacation. You can't walk away from the casino after hitting at 10 o'clock in the morning if you're there on vacation. He goes to make money. He's not there, to blow off steam. This guy I know, he goes to make money. And his money strategy is walk away off a win, come back tomorrow, because the odds and probabilities are that you will have a better chance tomorrow to hit again. So, once he's hit, he's gone. I don't know what he does until the next day. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do in Vegas, believe it or not, besides gamble. But, I mean, he does something. I don't know. He goes to shows. I don't know what he does. But he doesn't gamble till the next day. And he'll come back and maybe to the same casino, maybe to a different casino, and the same process. Once he hits, he's gone. And he makes money consistently in Vegas all the time. Same thing in sports betting in Vegas. If you make a hit, you're done for the day. If you're betting football or baseball and you make a big hit, why sit there? If you play the afternoon game and you made money, why say, oh, I'm going to play the 2 night games? No, you're done. You quit. You walk away. Come back tomorrow, because you will give the money back to them. The casinos want you to stay there. That's why when you hit big, they bring you drinks. They comp your room. They comp your food, because they don't want you to leave Las Vegas until every dime that you made from them, they've gotten back, plus an extra 20 grand of your own money. But see, in horse racing, we don't have to deal with that. There's a simple takeout for the track, and the rest of the money is distributed amongst the winning tickets. So that's why, in my opinion, wagering on horse racing is the most beneficial type of gambling you can do, and the odds cannot be beat. Okay? But try to walk away off a win. If you have to play $2 win bets because you want to stay nighttime and play, just, govern yourself. Don't give the 5 grand back to them by the end of the last race at Mountaineer, because you're going to feel like crap. You've done it before. I've done it before. We've all done it. Just let's not do it. Just let's stick to the bankroll management rules, and you will be okay. If you can stick to my rules, my stages of 1, 2, and 3 of the handicapping, using these reports, proven wagering strategies, and bankroll management, if you can follow my instructions in those 3 categories, I guarantee you at the end of the year you will have made more money than you have bet, and you will make a long-term profit. Okay? I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple, okay? It is simple. But like I said, it's not easy, but it's simple. So try to program your mind into simple, basic thinking. Try to trust your basic instincts and common sense. We as horse players are very intelligent, and we don't want to believe that anything that makes common sense could possibly be worth anything. This is a big mistake that a lot of horse players make. Okay? I've proven here in 600 videos that simple works. Okay? Anyway, that's my sermon for the day. Thank you for viewing, and good luck with all your wagers.